Make those little incremental clicks. You know, be 1% better the next day than you were the day before. And if you look at it, after 100 days, if you're 100% better, and then you keep getting better by 1%, after 200 days, you're twice as good. Hey, what's up, guys? Dale Valor here for Modern Valor Dating. Today, we're going to be talking about how to keep a positive mindset. I got the top 6 tips on how to maintain having that positivity in your life. We're going to get into tip number 1. Let's go. Tip number 1, learn from other people's mistakes, all right? They say mistakes are your best teacher. Well, let that teacher be somebody else's mistakes. See, the thing is that if you have a game plan, a goal in mind that you're trying to achieve and you want to keep that positive mindset, emulate the things that they do right, see what they do wrong, and don't do that, right? So that way you're not getting frustrated, overwhelmed, and just feel like you're beating your head against the wall because you're not making those mistakes. You're learning from others' mistakes, right? So keep that in mind. And also, when you're emulating somebody else, don't carbon copy what it is that they do. You know, what you want to do is you want to see what they do, but also put your own personal spin on it, your own flavor. Add that to the mix, all right? We're going to hop into tip number 2. Let's get it. Tip number 2, don't gossip. Don't backbite people. Keep your mindset positive by maintaining a positive atmosphere and vibe about yourself. There's no need to throw people under the bus. There's no need to talk about people behind their backs because ultimately it's just a toxic mindset. And the people that are receptive and talking back to you about other people, what do you think they're going to do to you? Right? So you're putting yourself in the position that people are going to spread rumors about you. People are going to talk about you. If you just stay out of that mix altogether, it's not even going to be a problem, and you keep that positive mindset. All right, we're going to hop into tip number 3. Let's get it. Tip number 3, focus on yourself. Don't focus on others. When you start comparing where you're at in your accomplishments, what you're trying to do, there's always going to be somebody bigger and badder than you are, right? All you're doing is setting yourself up to be frustrated, to be like, man, they're doing such big things, and I'm not doing anything compared to what they're doing. It's not about what they're doing versus what you're doing. It's about what you're doing versus what you did yesterday. Make those little incremental clicks. You know, be 1% better the next day than you were the day before. And if you look at it, after 100 days, if you're 100% better, and then you keep getting better by 1%, after 200 days, you're twice as good as you were at that 100th day, right? So focus on what you're doing. Don't focus on what other people are doing and compare yourself to them. All right, we're going to hop into tip number 4. Let's go. Tip number 4, know what it is that you want. That's so important. I can't stress that enough. If you don't know what it is that you want, you just kind of have this vague idea of what you want and where you're going and things like that. It's akin to being in a dark room and you're just reaching around, just trying to find what's around you and trying to find a way out of that room. That's what it's like. Know what it is that you want. Write down, what does it look like? You know, what is it? I mean, when I say what does it look like, what does it really look like? Go in your mind's eye. Describe it to yourself. Take yourself on a tour of what that accomplishment or the end game for that goal looks like. What does it sound like? What does it smell like? What does it taste like? You know, all those senses. What does it feel like? You know, that way you know exactly what it is that you want, where you're trying to go, and what you're trying to do with it. Tip number 6, outwork others. See, here's the thing. If you have drive, passion, conviction, and you have goals that you want to achieve, and there's just places that you want to go in life, you know, if you outwork everybody around you, what's going to end up happening is people are going to look at that and say, I can't keep up with that pace. I can't maintain the pace that this guy's going. So you've often heard the saying, you know, giving 110%. Well, here's the thing. That's impossible, right? You can only give 100% of a whole. But You can get 110%, and this is how. By maintaining that 100% at all times, that momentum. Other people are going to look at that and say, I can't keep up with that pace. I can't match that momentum. And they're going to let off the gas. All right, it's going to take 10%, maybe more, out of their game by comparing themselves to you. Right? So that's 110%. While they're letting off the gas, you're pushing the gas even harder. All right, so if you got value out of this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, share it with somebody that needs to hear it. We'll see you in the next one. I'm Dale Valor from Modern Valor Dating. Salute.